Okay, so I've been going down a bit of a rabbit hole about COLES, and honestly, some of what I found genuinely annoyed me. A judge actually ruled this year that COLES misled us. That's a real federal court finding, not me being dramatic. So I pulled together the 15 things they'd rather you didn't know, and I'm starting with the one that kicked this whole thing off. It only gets crazier from here. Let me show you. Number 15. A judge ruled COLES lied to you. I'm starting here because this is the one that set me off. That red down ticket, the one that makes you feel like you're getting a deal. A federal court judge looked at it and basically said, yeah, that's misleading. Back in May of 2026, the court found that COLES had taken products, quietly bumped the price up for a few weeks, and then dropped it back down and slapped a special sticker on it, when the so-called discount price was sometimes higher than what you were paying in the first place. This wasn't one or two items either. The case covered 245 everyday products, the ordinary stuff sitting in your trolley right now. So let that sink in. The discounts you trust were misleading enough that an actual court said so. From now on, I don't trust the colour of the ticket at all. And stick with me, because the next one means you can walk out with stuff for free. Number 14. You're owed free groceries and you never claim them. This one sounds fake, and it's completely real. COLES runs a policy where, if an item scans at the register for more than the price shown on the shelf, you get that first item completely free, not the difference back. The whole item, for nothing. It's called their promise on price, and it's part of the national scanning code. And here's the kicker. It happens constantly because the shelf tags and the register don't always agree. A special ends, the ticket's still hanging there. The system's already flicked back to full price, and just like that, there's a mismatch, and you're owed. Almost nobody claims it, because almost nobody watches the screen. So now I actually watch every item scan through, and the second something rings up higher than the shelf said, I point it out, and I claim it free. Wait till you hear what they've been doing to the size of your groceries though. Number 13. Your groceries are shrinking in your hands. This is the one that genuinely made me angry. While the prices have been climbing, the packets have quietly been getting smaller. And they're betting you won't notice. Smith's chips are up more than 40% since 2021. And in that same time, the bag actually shrank. Twice. Doritos slid from 175 grams down to 170. Same shelf, same packet you recognise from years ago, just less inside and a bigger price on it. It's got a name, Shrinkflation. And it works because we remember the wrapper, not the weight. So I've trained myself to glance at the grams now, not the packaging. And here's the pattern I keep noticing. The home brand sitting right next to it usually never shrank at all, which is the perfect setup for the next one. Number 12. You're paying triple for a logo. Because here's the secret the big brands really don't want you thinking about. A massive chunk of COLES home brand food comes off the exact same production lines as the fancy name brand sitting right beside it. Same factory, same product, different label. Sometimes literally half the price. And no, it's not the cheap and nasty stuff you're picturing. In blind taste tests, COLES' own $2.20 chips have actually beaten the branded bags people happily pay $5 for. $5 versus $2.20 for what the testers reckoned was the better chip. We are paying triple for a logo on the packet. So pick one thing you buy on autopilot. Try the home brand once, and if you honestly can't tell the difference, you just cut that item's cost in half, forever. Now let me show you the trick they play with your actual eyeballs. Number 11. Eye level is buy level. Once you know this one, you'll see it in every single aisle. The stuff sitting right at your eye level, exactly where your gaze naturally lands, is not there because it's the best or the cheapest. It's there because it's the most profitable, and brands literally pay a fee to buy that sweet spot at eye height. The genuinely cheaper options, the home brands, the better value, get pushed right up the top or right down near the floor where you have to bend or reach for them. Items at eye level sell around 30% more, just from being easy to grab. There's even a nastier version aimed at kids. The sugary cereals and the lolly-coloured boxes sit lower, right at a child's eye line, so they do the nagging for the store. So in every aisle, look up and look down, never just straight ahead. The best deal is almost never where they want your eyes. And speaking of what they hide, wait till you hear about the chicken. Number 10. The chicken thing nobody tells you. This one actually made me laugh out loud. You know the hot roast chook everyone grabs on the way out? For food safety, those have to come off the hot shelf after a few hours. That's a hard rule. Staff can't even override it. But they don't just bin a perfectly good chicken. A lot of stores shred the meat and pop it straight in the deli fridge as cold chicken packs, usually for a few dollars less than the hot one you were about to buy. Same chicken, same meat, just cooled down and sitting a few meters away for less money. It depends on the store, so it's worth a 10-second look. Before you reach for that hot cabinet, have a glance in the deli fridge first. And here's a bigger one, hiding in that same fresh section. Number 9. Markdowns run on a clock, and they go up to 78% off. This is where the serious savings live, and they run on a schedule most people never learn. Those big yellow reduced to clear stickers on the meat, the bakery and the produce aren't slapped on randomly. Fresh items get their first markdown the day before the best before date, and their final one on the day itself. And those end-of-day markdowns go deep. We're talking up to around 78% off. That's a cut of meat that was $12 going for under $3. The catch is the timing. Shop in the evening, head straight to the meat and bakery sections first before anyone else clears them out, and buy whatever you can chuck in the freezer. It's the exact same food. It's just gone by the time most people wander in. And this next one is money you're leaving on the table every single week. Number 8. The half-price cycle is a pattern. Here's where it gets predictable, in the best way. Coles doesn't discount at random. A big slice of pantry staples. Your pasta sauce, cereal, tinned tomatoes, coffee, laundry powder, cleaning stuff. They cycle onto half price every 4 to 6 weeks like clockwork. The same products over and over on a rough rhythm. Once you clock that one of your regulars runs on that cycle, you basically never pay full price for it again. You wait for the dip, then you buy 2 or 3 months worth in one go. None of it's perishable, so it just sits in the cupboard till you need it. I keep a little mental note of when my usuals go half price, and I stock up on the dip every time. People who do this on the stuff they always buy save around $250 a year without changing a single thing they eat. Alright, these next few are all about the sneaky little tricks in the store itself. Number 7. The store is a maze on purpose. Ever wondered why the milk, the bread and the eggs, the stuff basically everyone comes in for, are always jammed right at the very back? It's not an accident. It's design. They put the essentials as far from the door as possible, so you're forced to walk past everything else to reach them. And roughly 3 in 4 of us make an unplanned purchase somewhere on that walk. The whole layout is a maze, and we're the ones being quietly nudged through it, aisle by aisle. So the fix is boring, but it works. Go in with a list, grab what's actually on it, and don't let the scenic route load up your trolley on the way to the milk. Next one's a freebie hiding in plain sight. Number 6. Reach to the back for the fresh stuff. This one's so simple, it almost feels like cheating. When staff restock, they deliberately put the newest stock at the back and pull the older, closer to date stock to the front. It's called first in, first out. And they do it knowing most of us grab whatever's easiest at the front. Fair enough from their side. It stops waste. But it means the person not paying attention consistently walks out with the oldest milk and the shortest dated meat. So if you want the freshest of anything with a date on it, reach past that front row and grab from the back. On dairy and meat, that can be a week or more of extra life for the exact same price. Costs you nothing but a bit of a stretch. And here's one that's all about timing. Number 5. Specials flip over on Tuesday night. Most people have no idea the deals run on a calendar. The store-wide specials don't change whenever they feel like it. They roll over Tuesday night, ready for fresh trade Wednesday morning. So Wednesday is when the new deals are freshest and fully stocked, before everyone else clears the good stuff out. And there's a flip side worth knowing. That yellow special ticket has the final day of the sale printed in the bottom corner, so you can tell at a glance whether a deal just started or it's your last chance today. Shop the new cycle early in the week, and you're picking from a full shelf instead of the scraps. Now, don't drop your guard for these last few, because the biggest ones are right here. Number 4, the little number in the corner. This is the fastest money-saving habit in the whole store, and it's hiding in plain sight. On every shelf ticket, there's a tiny number in the corner, the price per 100 grams, or per litre, or per each. It's small for a reason, because the moment you start reading it, the whole game falls apart. That big value pack? Half the time it's actually more expensive per gram than the smaller one right next to it. The family cereal that works out dearer than the medium box. The bulk washing powder that costs more per wash than the little one. The maths almost never goes the way your gut expects. The Coles app even lets you sort a whole category by that unit price, so you can line them up and see the real cheapest in about 5 seconds. So train yourself. Read the little number, not the big one. 2 more. And they're the ones that actually add up. Number 3. Even the checkout is a trap. Don't switch off for the last 3 meters because they're engineered too. All that stuff crammed around the register, the chocolate, the lollies, the little cold drinks, the gum, the magazines, none of it is there for your convenience. It's there because of the exact moment you're in. Standing still, a bit worn out, kids restless, guard completely down. That's textbook impulse territory, and it's some of the highest margin product in the entire store. They make far more on a $2 chocolate bar than on your bread and milk. That's the whole reason it's parked right where you have to wait. So make yourself one rule in that queue. Hands off the shelf. You didn't drive to Coles for a chocolate bar you didn't know you wanted 90 seconds ago. And now, the 2 biggest money savers of the lot. Number 2, Flybuys is real money if you actually use it. I used to think Flybuys was pointless. $2 off eventually, who cares? But played properly, it's genuine money. And here's the bit that catches everyone out. You have to activate the offers in the app, or you simply don't earn them. Most people never do, and they're leaving free points on the table every single shop. When you stack a bonus points offer on top of something that's already half price, it climbs fast. 2,000 points is $10 straight off your total. And here's the sneaky part I actually love. The best offers are targeted to your history. So if you stop scanning for a couple of weeks, they'll often hit you with a big "please come back" bonus just to lure you in. So activate every offer, cash out at 2,000 points, and treat it like the money it genuinely is. Alright, this last one ties everything together. Number 1, putting it all together. So everything I've just told you helps a bit on its own, but here's where it clicked for me. When you run all of it together in one shop, it turns into something Coles genuinely never planned for. Let me walk you through exactly how I do it now. Before I even leave the house, I open the app and I check what's actually half price this cycle, and I build the list around those dips instead of around whatever I'm craving. Then I time it. I go early in the new Wednesday cycle for the fresh specials, or in the evening for those deep yellow ticket markdowns on meat and bakery, and I grab whatever I can freeze. As I shop, I look up and down instead of just grabbing at eye level. I reach to the back for the freshest stock, and every branded thing on my list I check against the home brand and that little unit price. Same product, none of the logo tax. And at the register, I stay switched on. I keep my hands off the impulse shelf. I watch the screen as it scans, and I claim anything that rings up wrong. And I pay with my Flybuys offers already activated, so the points come straight off the total. And when it all lands together, it's genuinely surprising. A shop that would have quietly been $180 on autopilot ends up closer to $105 for the exact same trolley. Do that every week for a year, and you're looking at over $3,000 that stayed in your pocket instead of theirs. Coles is never going to put that on a sign. They'd much rather you swiped once, trusted the red ticket, and came back next week to do it all again. But now you know how the whole thing actually works. So do me a favour. If even one of these 15 was new to you, smash that like button so more Aussies see it, and hit subscribe, because I'm doing Woolworths, Aldi and Bunnings next, and you do not want to miss those. And tell me down in the comments, what's the biggest Coles rip-off you've ever spotted? I read every single one. See you in the next one.